asked him to rescue me in that situation, he did just that. He showed up in a big way and rescued me. So it took a lot of healing to get to this place. And I realized that statistically, I, for one, probably shouldn't be here right now after all the traumas I've walked through. I definitely, I would say statistically, probably could hate men right now, never trust men, but I'm in a very loving, healthy relationship with my husband. And I could just refuse to believe in God and just say, forget all this. God, you can't be real. But instead, I have a much deeper relationship with God. And that's a miracle. So as I'm sitting here before you, I know that my life is a miracle. And I don't take that for granted. I don't judge people who are addicts or who make decisions that some people just think, how could they just, because you don't know what people have walked through. We don't know what the person who's addicted to drugs or alcohol or a woman who's a prostitute right now or maybe a homeless person, you don't know what they have been through. So I have a lot of compassion and empathy for people because that very well could be me. Have I been affected by this? Very much so. Because what that pastor did specifically changed the whole trajectory of my life. Like, my whole life changed, and the way that I viewed, God and men and myself. And I made a lot of really, really bad decisions because of what I walked through. So I've had to learn to forgive this man, and I have. I mean, I could be in the same room with him right now, and I would be okay because of that forgiveness. But I do believe that God is calling me to share with this, possibly for accountability for him, but maybe just that this opens up an area where, like I said, I feel like I'm supposed to start this ministry for women. I don't know. I know that my family and friends have been a little concerned about maybe even my safety after I get on here, even though I'm not saying these people's names, because of the influence they have, how they're politically tied and how they're tied in with other ministries. I don't know, but I tell you this, and I'll end with this. I say this a lot because I know it's true. The safest place a person can be is in God's will. So maybe God's will for your life is to work your 9 to 5 job and you're going to reach people, or that's how you're going to live your life. That's God's plan for you. Or maybe God's calling you to Africa or India or somewhere that most people think, "Oh my gosh, that's really dangerous." But if that's God's will for your life, that's where there's safety. And I believe that I will be okay because I am obedient to what God is calling me to do. So I just wanted to end it with that. So if you see this, pray about it, pray about this ministry that I feel like God is calling me to. And I hope that you believe with me that out of this story, many people will find healing and forgiveness for people who have harmed them.